preferred Xbox product manager for Microsoft. Here at E3, we're showing 200 games that'll be available by the end of this holiday season. Some of the great games that are coming real soon. Dead to Rights from Namco will be out in the next few weeks for Xbox. If you love Max Payne, you're going to love Dead to Rights. And then in the holiday season, we've got a few big games. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. That's going to be the first big role-playing game on Xbox. Panzer Dragoon from Sega, where you get on this great dragon and fly through these beautiful fantasy worlds. And this game, Blink's running behind me, which is really the first 4D character-based game on any platform. And when we say 4D, we're introducing the element of time for the first time. For people that make a choice in a game, they can actually reverse those choices or even pause the game in the middle of their gameplay and take a different path in their game experience. We'll also have games for our Xbox Live online game service. Some launch titles include Unreal Championship, where you can get 16 guys in the same arena just with big heavy guns and just blast people to shame. We'll also have some football games, big sports games. Midtown Madness 3 racing game for Microsoft will be on Xbox Live. Xbox Live is Microsoft's online gaming service that really unites all gamers from around the world into one online game service. So for the first time, we're going to put with one password, you get access to the world of games, but you also get some really cool service features. Every single Xbox Live game allows you to find your friends easily, kind of like your buddy list. So if I'm online and you come online, I'll be notified that you're online, and you'll be notified that I'm online, and we can find each other very easily. Secondly, voice will work across every Xbox Live game. So no matter what game we're playing, if you have the Xbox communicator, you're going to be able to talk. We're going to be able to talk to each other as we're playing games. So Star Wars Galaxies will be on Xbox Live. It's one of the most anticipated massively multiplayer games of all time. Because there's no better way to play than to find people out in the universe who have similar interests as you and whose butt you want to kick.
I'm Alex Trowers. I'm the designer at Lost Toys. Lost Toys is a small company in Guildford set up by a bunch of ex-Bullfrog people. We've been going about 3 years now, and the game is Battle Engine Aquila, and it's a first-person shooter set in the future. Now, unlike other first-person shooters where it's you versus a bunch of guys, it's you and a bunch of guys versus a bunch of guys. And when I say bunch, I actually do mean hundreds. So what we tried to do is create an entire battle in which you're just one small cog in the whole battle machine. Now, you're a pretty important cog because the battle engine is the most powerful, most advanced unit on the battlefield. It's got two modes of operation. Firstly, it's a walker, a big four-legged walker with very big firepower. Secondly, it can transform into a jet and be used to fly around for quick relocation, maneuverability and dogfighting enemy fighters. I've also got these enemy landing craft which are setting down and dropping tanks off on the beach. Now what you're about to see, hopefully, is my friendly guys have seen all this happening and are doing their own thing. I've got no way of telling them what they do, so it's not like a real-time strategy game or anything like that. It's purely a war game, a first-person shooter that just so happens to take place while a big battle's going on. So we've got like enemy infantry guys. Let me just blow a couple of these puppies up. Woo! That's great. That's always good for a laugh. That it's a great big power kick because they can do nothing to you. You're this huge armoured walker, and they've just got handguns. So over here, whoa, you should see a series of my tanks as they make their way to the front line and engage the enemy tanks, or indeed just get blown up by them. So it's all about just being stuck totally in the middle.
Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer. closer. Ooh, so exciting.
So this is Blinks. This game is being developed by a Japanese company called Artoon. They actually created the Sonic the Hedgehog character for Sega way back when. And Microsoft, our Japanese game studios, will be the publisher of this title. It'll come out this fall, and as you can see, you're a time sweeper, a cute little cat that runs around across 40 different levels. You can see the detail in the character. He's very cute. You can see the reflections in the goggles there. And what makes this game really cool is it's the first 4D game, character-based platform game on any video game system. So you can see the controls on the screen. You've actually got a rewind, fast forward, pause, stop, and play button. It's almost like a TiVo game, if you're familiar with that. It allows you to manipulate time for the very first time. So, John, I'll turn it over to you, and you can tell us what we're doing.
Sure. I just picked up 4 of those blue crystals. So what happens is, each of these crystals, they sort of look like Lucky Charms scattered out around the level. And you sort of want to strategically pick them up, because what happens is, let me show you when I grab one of them here. This is sort of like a poker hand, and anytime you get 3 or 4 of a kind, you get one of these time controls. So if you match 3 of the same color, you get 1, and if you match all 4, you get 2. So there's a bit of a strategy. Instead of, most games you run around just picking up coins wherever they are. This you kind of have to think. You're like, what time control do I need, and what can I leave here, and what don't I need and stuff. So actually I'm going to do that. Let me grab a purple. And as he said, he's a janitor. Oh, got a bomb here. He's a janitor at the Time Factory, and so he's got this sweeper that he uses to pick up garbage. And the garbage serves 2 purposes. He can either, as you see, you can throw it at enemies by blowing it back out the front of the sweeper. And at the end of the level, you can actually trade the garbage in for more gold. So if you think any of these parts are particularly hard because there's a guy there or there's, the barrel's running around, at any time you bring up this menu by hitting your blue button, and you can just select on over and hit pause. Now the game state just stops, so that guy stays right where he is, and he's real easy to hit when he's not moving. So I hit him with garbage, and now these barrels, they're stopped too. So you can hit all these guys, and it goes back to normal. And you've toasted these guys.
Any person who attains complete mastery reveals their presence of mind in every action.
You are the champion of this monastery and of those who cannot fight. Our future lies in your hands.
You have betrayed my father and me.
You must recover the relic before it falls into their hands.
They've stolen the relic and abducted your father.
Father!
All is fair in love and war.
Hi, I'm David Hufford, Xbox Product Manager.
I'm John Lunaway. I'm one of the PR account representatives on Xbox and Microsoft Games.
So now we're going to show you Brute Force. This game is from Digital Anvil, the guys who created Starlancer on the PC and are also working on Freelancer, one of the big games here of the show for the personal computer. But this is Brute Force. It's been called in the United States the next Halo. It's a squad-based game, and you can see right away that Brute Force comes with some darn big guns. So I'm going to turn it over to John and let John roll you through the demo.
Okay, great. Now we're just basically waiting through a story sequence here. But as David said, it's a tactical-based team shooter, and it's more of a thinking man's shooter. Like if you think of Halo, you're just one person. In Brute Force, you're always controlling these 4 characters. And any time you can switch between any of the 4 characters, and you can also command any of the 4 characters. Let me get in real close on a couple of these to show you the detail of the characters. This is Hawk, you're looking at now. She's our scout. She's really nimble and quick, and she has this cloaking ability that she can turn invisible, kind of like the Predator. I'm going to tell him to wait here.
Stay here.
Will do. Yes.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And I'm going to take Hawk. She's our scout. And as I said before, she's got this stealth, Predator-like ability. She can turn invisible. So she's going to come up around this corner here just to make sure the coast is clear.
See if you can sneak around and get a better look at that thing.
And as you can see, there's a few enemies over there. That's what we want to do. And now, as you also see, is the stealth up here is one of her special abilities, and it runs down if you stay using it too long. So what we'll do is we'll bring her out, and we'll switch over to Flint. She's our sniper. Now the plan is here, while she's the sniper, we can start, pegging off these guys. We're going to have Tex waiting in the corner, just in case these guys start zooming around. He can just open fire and light these guys up.
Cool.
So let's,
Target down.
oops. He had a bit of a leak.
Or at least
He has a little sense of humor there. So this guy summoned a bunch of lava monsters that aren't real nice. So let me grab Tex and Brutus and have them come over and help me out.
Will do.
Meanwhile, I can take Hawk behind this guy who's steering all these. Let's see, where'd he go? Oh, Tex took care of him for me. But basically, she's got this power blade weapon that while you're cloaked, you can sneak behind him and just slice him in the back and drop him.
You're new, not to mention hideous. Somebody beat you with a whole tree full of ugly sticks. What? No fearsome words about how I'm going to die in agony or that I shall rue the day that I crossed your path? Speak now, or forever hold your... Okay, you're fast. I'm ecstatic to see you. You shouldn't have come back because I've been saving up a big honkin' serving of whoop-ass just for you. Glad you're here. It was getting a bit...
Gonna make you bleed, Slayer.
Oh, go kiss daylight.
Right, Slayer. It's to be fisticuffs. Try not to get your blood on the jacket.
Hi there, my name's Guy Wilday, and this is Colin McRae Rally 3, the new Colin McRae Rally game. I'm the producer of the game. I've actually produced the whole series over the past 5.5 years. So this is where we are now. This is our E3 demo running at E3 in LA, and this is Australia. Whoa! Show off our nice damage effects in the game by running the car off the road. You can see, I mean, the detail in the whole of the stage. I mean, we've tried to realistically model the countries as much as we can. We've flown people out to each of the countries that we want to include in the game, and there are 8 countries to just make them look as realistic as possible. And We've accurately modelled the cars. We've got 14,000 poly cars in this game, so we're trying really hard to model them as accurately as possible and model as many elements as we possibly can. Yeah, this is the UK. These are stages based around Wales in England. Basically, I've been on rally stages before, and these are like, they look exactly like this. It's about as realistic as they get for me. We've got the same water effects. We've got 16 cars in the game, so this is another one of the rally cars that we're using. This is a Subaru, so you know, we've got a whole selection. This is the service area. This is where the car's going to get set up and configured during the game. So you can see we've got all the Ford mechanics working on the car. If you basically go to car configuration, it does a pan into this sort of X-ray mode, and this is where you can actually see all the car components that you're about to change. So you know, you can change your suspension settings, you can configure your brakes, you know, you can change your tyres, and obviously when all of that's done, you can just skip straight back into the car setup and drive the car out and carry on to the race. Okay, a couple of things about this stage. You can see we've got snow effects on the windscreen, so you can see, similar to our rain effects, we've got snow sort of settling and being wiped away. Difference about this game is that we've got Nicky Grist doing the co-driver messages. He's pacing the stages individually, and basically he's going through every stage and writing the pace notes himself. So they're absolutely specific to every stage. So you know, it's the nearest thing to being, you know, Colin in the car with Nicky doing all the pace notes and everything. Is that okay? Drive this for a bit.
This looks pretty nice. Is there anything else you can tell us about the snow and getting it together, or difference between the specifics of this stage?
What can I tell you? I can tell you we're going onto a lake here.
What about that? Tell us about that.
Yeah, basically this is going onto an ice lake. You'll see the surface change completely, and this becomes really, really slippery.
crush you like a fucking bug.
You will lose, mark my words. Two, one. Round one. Fight. Come on! Come on! Move! Take that!
Go, go, go! Do it! The dip!
Sweet dreams!
Jeez, the dip!
I want to see blood!
What's up? Stop it!
You bastard! I'm a danger! That felt so good!
Follow! Secure!
Keeping up already?
The ball.
That shot came from some way out, but he had a bit of trouble getting to it for some reason. Harness.
The United States, you know, have twice lost internationals 10-0. Once to England in '64, and then again to Italy in 1975.
Yes, that's true. He won't win the ball from there. Against the post. Blocked the shot. Loses the ball. Hits it away. Donovan. Luck favours the...
Scott Lane, I worked for Interplay Entertainment. I was the producer on Hunter the Reckoning. Loading up a church scene right now. What happened is you've just escorted a little girl through a graveyard. You got to get her safely to her parents. And what you're going to see now is yourself entering the church with the little girl. All of our movies are done in engine, so it's not like a full motion video or anything where we cut in or out. Hunter takes place in the world of darkness. This is pretty cool. It gives us a lot of creative fun to bring inanimate objects to life, deal with the real gothic world, and let our artists have a lot of creativity. What you're seeing here is her teddy bear was dropped. The spirit has possessed it. It's freaked out. This is the second boss of the game, and now I have to put an end to him. Along the way, you can pick up special weapons. I just grabbed a shotgun. So now I have a double-barrel shotgun. As you'll see, the monsters flash when you just start to damage them. They spit poison blood at you. We have power-ups around the place right now. What I'm doing is healing myself a little bit. And hunters also have the ability to cast magic spells, which I'm doing right now. I just cast what we call cleave. It enchants my sword, does a lot more damage, and really starts putting a hurt on the bad guys. Okay, we're loading up our sewers level. We have a few. The game, you work your way through sewers underground to get into the prison. And I'm playing our Raver character. She's like the martial artist of the group. She can do knife attacks, kick. She carries a couple pistols. She's really, really fast. Her magic is more oriented towards speed, so she can just jet through the building. You're seeing some poison rats chasing me down there. This is at the point of the game where we start introducing guard zombies who carry pistols, so they have ranged attacks. Let me kill some of these so I don't die. And we start introducing some tougher weapons, like the pump-action shotgun. You can get off a lot more rounds with this. Real good for eradicating the evil enemy. You'll see visually it's pretty cool. We actually have the water coming out of the pipes, a really cool fog effect. And it's just a really big level. The game also lets you zoom in. So you can play it from far back or go all the way in. So you can really check out the visuals. See if I can do it. You can hear the music kicking in. The music's all set to kick in when we have the more bad guys on the screen, action music will kick in. If it gets quieter, you'll just hear ambient sounds. See if I can find a machine gun. I think there's one right around here. Again, this is great for taking out lots of enemies. You see in the little orbs they drop, those will replenish your health or your conviction.
Kung Fu Chaos is made by a company over in the UK called Just Add Monsters, which was recently picked up by Argonaut. Now, as you see, the style of this game is very much the 70s Kung Fu flick. Even got like the film grain and the music and the cheesy setup and all that good stuff. And now the basis of it is you're actually in these Kung Fu movies. It's show you some of the environments real quick. This crazy director, he's trying to make the ultimate martial arts film, and that's really what these fighters are. So, and he's sort of cheap too, so he's going to go and just sneak his way onto other movie sets. So, I mean, here's Kung Fu on the Titanic set, here's Kung Fu in sort of like Jurassic Park setting. So, and there's all kinds of other levels that you're going to be able to unlock that we're not going to show here. So, and as we go here, we'll start out with these 4 other players, and what happens is the scenery will start to change behind you. This is fairly obvious, and the Titanic's eventually going to hit some ice, and the boat's going to start to break. You're going to start to see all that in just a moment.
Welcome to Lizardland.
Take a dump this guy on the board here. And you always see the director pop up at different times to tell you where to go. So he'll tell you when you need to jump and when you need to move and where you need to hit. And you can even pick up. Be nice. So obviously this is going to be a lot of fun for 4 players. You get just everybody crazy, knocking each other out.
Brian Bright. I'm the producer on Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2. Basically, the gist of the game is that you're on a road trip with 10 other BMX pros, and we actually did a real road trip back in November where we traveled from Chicago to Dallas. And a lot of that footage is integrated into the gameplay. I'll show you here, like, we have the virtual garage where you can select your guys. We've got some new additions. We've got Nate Wessel, Seth Kimbrough, Ruben Alcantara, a lot of the same guys from last game, but there are 3 new guys. I'll pick Joe Kowalski. Like, gameplay-wise, we have new stalls. We have 8 completely new stalls. We basically started over on the engine, so I'll kind of show you the stalls now. We got some crazy ones. We got, like, tail whip Canadian ice pick, bar spin ice picks, split decades. But another thing we've added is a trick tweaking system. It's basically by using R2 on the PS2 controller, I can throw a trick, but I can, any kind of trick, like if it's a grind, I can pull my hands, my legs, my feet off in the middle of the grind, and any trick, I can modify it. I can pull my legs off, my hands off, pull one leg, one hand off. It's cool, it adds to your multiplier. It's a cool way of coming up with new tricks as well. We've added the wall ride, foot plants, but I think the biggest thing that everyone's excited about is the flatland stuff we've added, and I'll show you that right now. So you can see our models look pretty rad. He's got like a blunt in the ear, duct tape on his pants. We also put spines in. But I'll show you some of that flatland now. You can hold the flatland in any, like there's 3 different hold frames for every trick. And you score more as you're holding the flatland tricks. Like I'm holding it right now. Let go. I'll show you like here's the bus. In Chicago, like on a lot of levels, we've integrated the bus into the level. So this is actually the bus we went on tour with. It looks just like that. So there's tons of video of like us on the bus looking like that. So we're just trying to bring the whole experience home to the kids. I'll show you the kiss of death. Wait.
Square off, Mech Warrior. It's time to head out and kick some ass. Enemy forces are holding a small...
So this is Mech Assault. Mech Assault will also be out in the fall, and it's going to be an awesome game for you to play with your buddies on the couch, but it'll also be an Xbox Live exclusive game. So you can get online and play with your buddies, and as you're playing with them, you can also use the Xbox voice communicator to talk to each other. It comes from us, from the guys that did FASA, that obviously have been making mech games for years and years, the Mech Warrior franchise being the most popular of those titles. And John's going to take us into the game.
Cool. Now right away you can see we have, you can tell the scale of this game. So you're this mech towering over these people who are unfortunately under my feet. And as you see, there's these tanks that don't like me very much. They're all coming out of this tunnel that's over here. So what we can do is we can just collapse this tunnel and make sure none of those guys come out of it anymore. And that's one really cool thing about Mech Assault, is that the environment, all the buildings and structures are completely destructible. And that's not just for glamour either. Some of them, they have purposes. Let me have to get this tank out. Let me show you a couple of them. Now, if you notice, had I not blown up this tank's source here, another way to deal with the problem could have been is you could have taken out these bridges with one of your rockets, and then that would have stopped the tanks from crossing over to the city, which is where you really need to be. So I'm going to jump on over here.
Heads up, Dick. Battle mech inbound. Watch your radar.
And now these buildings are completely procedural damage, so wherever you shoot, that's what blows up. And we've got another one of our best friends over here that wants us dead. Now each of these mechs is based on an engine that's a nuclear core. In other words, it's going to blow up real nice. I'm going to show you another one of my favorite tricks here. Here's a Warhammer missile. And again, you're not just blowing up buildings for fun, although you could. They also have a tactical purpose. If there's another mech shooting at you, or there's tanks nearby, you can actually bury them in the rubble that comes down from the building. You can burrow holes through them and snipe through them. There's all sorts of fun uses for rubble. And now players that have been used to Halo will jump right in with this game. Unlike the franchises that are already on the PC, which is MechWarrior, which is sort of more of a first person. There's a lot of buttons and things to worry about. It's almost like driving a tank. With Mech Assault, I died. With Mech Assault, we're looking more for pure action. So you're running around and it controls basically just like Halo.
Not out swinging his niblick on the back nine at St. Andrews, Rummy O'Doul likes to kick back and pass out in his own vomit. Babe! Now that's a good golf shot!
Just wait till you see what I do after a hole-in-one.
To make an eagle! Just kidding, apart.
Oh, this is worse than the prison shower!
Going from the rough and tumble, crime-ridden inner city streets of Beverly Hills, wannabe rapper Ice Trey.
Pull my hair out!
That ball was hit with a serious vengeance. Oh, there must be something going on at home.
Ooh, I'm off the hook. That's where it is. It's off the hook.
Harley can frequently be seen on TV, usually being handcuffed and hauled away by local police for disorderly conduct.
Don't feel bad. Let's take a bath. A shower?
told Diablo. Ah, she wasn't even trying to score. Now it's Madeira. It's Duke. Oh, the pass is cut off. Now here's Nova. Madeira intercepts the pass. Rico is turbo-charged.
Ground ball. Giambi catches this one in the air for the out. That one swung on and hit in the air to deep left field. And he'll stop at second with a double. Line drive. Into left field, a base hit. The runner's on the move for second. The 2-2 pitch. Roger Clemens with a deceiving pitch fools the batter and strikes him out swinging. Swinging the grounder to first. Into right field, base hit.
Experience the sensation as you freely control a heavy armor vertical tank. Accept the mission and set out to conquer. This is your cockpit. These controls are your hands and feet. Quickly sight the enemy and lock on. trap your targets. Challenge of combat. Steel Battalion.
What have you got?
One body. No survivors. What we're dealing with isn't human. Please, God. But it's taken human form.
Stay the hell away from me, I'm warning you.
Come on, Pierce. This is crazy.
Bullshit. You're infected just like the rest of them.
My men are dying out there. I've seen firsthand what this infection is capable of.
Oh, you have no idea what it can do.
Like my dad always said, if you want a job done right, you gotta do it yourself.
You're out of your league here, Blake.
Yeah, take it, bitch! Oh!
Game over, Whitley.
This game is just beginning.
Hi everyone, my name is Matthew. I'm a producer on Splinter Cells. So what I can see here, there is a guard behind these curtains. You can see the lighting effects that are quite amazing. I'm just going to select my thermal vision goggles, and I can notice that there's a second guy right there. There is also a little heat signature that tells me that there's a bomb hidden in this jar, and I'm just going to blow the thing up to neutralize those guards. Okay, now, you can see that we implemented physics on soft body, so these curtains are pretty interactive. You can, I'm just going to show you what happens when I'm throwing a grenade on these curtains. There you go. So it is fully interactive, and it's pretty cool. I'm going to use what we call a sticky camera that will be launched. I'm going to launch it with my F2000 launcher. So it's going to this wall, and now I can control and scan the whole area to see what's going on. I can see there's a guy there, there's another one on the left, and I'm currently right here controlling this little camera. What I got here, at the end of this room, there are two guards. There is also an aquarium right there with fishes. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a little hole. You see the water going down, and it creates a little water puddle on the floor. I'm gonna shoot another one and create a bigger water puddle. Now, what I can do is to select what I call a sticky shocker that gives electric shocks to the enemy. I'm gonna wait until the guard are looking for me, and once they got both feet into the water puddle, I just have to neutralize them. There's another one who was down in the water. I'm just gonna shoot at him. There you go. So this is a non-lethal weapon, which is really useful because when you sneak around the highest rank of national security, you need to do that without leaving a trace. So you really need this kind of gadget. Notice once again the dynamic lighting provided by the games. Everything is fully interactive. You can shoot those lights. You can shoot any other kind of object. You can use object and throw them away to create a distraction and sneak around guards while they're looking elsewhere. On the dark area, you're fully invisible. You're fully hidden, and if it is on the right, you're fully visible. I'm gonna knock this guy down, and I'm gonna carry this body and to make sure I'm not leaving a trace. Once again, notice the physics on these curtains. I'm gonna hide the guy, and now I can continue my mission. Ventilation, and I'm gonna use my night vision to find my way into it. I gotta act very carefully, very slowly because it makes noise. There's a guard behind there. I've gotta wait until he's gone. There you go. I'm gonna go slowly. And I need to reach the other room where the programmer Philip Mass I'm looking for is. Notice the shadow, the lighting effects. Okay, here's the room. I'm gonna sneak in. The programmer is just down there somewhere. So yeah, there it is. I'm gonna sneak in slowly without making noise. If I run, he will detect me, and the action will be over. Oh, it won't be over, but it will be much harder for me to reach my objective. So I need to force him. So I'm gonna slowly, very slowly get there, and I'm gonna interact with him. There you go. So there's a little cinematics going on explaining all the action, all the plot. I can fully control the camera while I'm doing that.
Shut up.
And now he is
shut off security.
He's shutting off the security. But I will have more company.
It's done.
There are other guards that will destroy. There we go. Big explosion. Other guard will destroy the computer. So I need to get out of there. There you go. And I need to fight this guy. I'm gonna use my thermal vision to make it easier to locate this guy. There's one guy over here. Knock him down. another one right there. So I'm gonna go right there and find my way to get my secondary objective, which are the destruction of the missile launcher. So here's the door. I need to check what's behind this door, and I'm gonna use my fiber optic camera, snake camera, to check what's there. And it tells me that there's a guard coming, and that's about it.
I'm Stacy Drelishak. I'm the producer at Activision on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. We're working hard with Neversoft to make sure this is the coolest and biggest Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game yet so far. So the biggest new addition for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 is a totally revamped career mode where you choose a skater and skate around the levels as an amateur and work your way up to pro status. The biggest thing you'll notice first off is that when you enter career mode, there's no time limit. You're skating around in free skate, figuring out where your favorite places are, and learning all your tricks and the new modes. And once you decide you're ready to start figuring out the goals and working your way through career mode, you skate up to one of the guys who has an arrow over their head. So this is a totally new way that the goals are presented. You skate up to a guy, press a button, and some of these people are pedestrians, other people are pro skaters in the game as well, and they'll beckon you over, hey, come check this out. It could be Rodney Mullen talking to you or one of the other pedestrians, and there'll be voiceover for all the skaters in the game. So they'll present the goal to you this way, and this is one of our all new goals. It's called the combo goal, where you have to collect COMBO all-in-one combo. Oh, which I failed to do. But you can go into the pause menu and press retry last goal. It puts you right back at the beginning of the goal. You can try it over and over again. Oops. And over again. See if I can do it. Oh, failing. Anyway, so in Pro Skater 4, we have some of the goals that you're used to seeing in the Pro Skater series, like collect the letters of skate, get a high score, but we also have a ton of new goals. This career mode is huge. There's plenty of things for you to do and try and see all over the giant levels. This is another one of our new goals. We call it Skatress, where this is actually Steve Caballero, and he is presenting this goal to me. He's doing a demo, and there's a bunch of guys hanging around, and he needs to do the tricks as they call them out. So this is a way to teach everybody the new tricks in the game and make sure that there isn't a lot of button mashing going on, and you really know what tricks you're trying to pull off. So sort of a tutorial type goal. So as the tricks come up on the bottom of the screen, you do the tricks to progress. And also, you'll notice that there's a ramp on the screen that wasn't there before. So when you do some of the goals and complete them, new geometry is added to the level, and you can go into the pause menu. And once you've completed that goal, you can turn that geometry on and off. So you can decide whether you like that ramp there or you don't like that ramp there, whether it helps your line or hurts your lines, and it makes the levels more adaptable, and you're able to change it up. So another one of our new features is called a spine transfer, where it allows you to go up one side of the ramp and come back down the other side of the ramp when you push the trigger button. So this goal helps you learn the spine transfer. This photographer is asking me to do a spine transfer in a cannonball. He's gonna...
Well, my name's David Dinster. I'm the creative director for Acclaim Studios Austin. I have been with the company for 8 years and have designed each and every Turok game, or been creative director over the entire series. So I've been making Turok for 8 years now, and I'm here to show you Turok Evolution. So here we go. You can see that I'm using our new rocket launcher. I can do all sorts of nasty things with my rocket launcher. You got an all-new sniper pistol.
Again, Karen and Sam are going to be here for about the next 15 minutes.
jungle for the first time. Hey, how you doing? Just kind of chucking in there. Now the first thing that you'll want to notice as we get into the game here is how the plant life reacts to the other life in the game. So you'll see this little compy running through, and look at how the plant life reacts to his touch. Everything moves around and shakes. Even the blades of grass react to my touch. So anytime I move through the environment, I create motion and sound that enemies can react to. If you look around, you'll see a lot of just very subtle swaying motions in the world. Everything's very alive. It looks very real. Moving on. Here you see some of the more kind of passive animals in the game. These are harmless herbivore dinosaurs, not really interested in attacking me, really doing their own thing, but you can see just how lifelike and beautiful these animals are. You can see the skin and the weight of their bellies, you know, as they move underneath the, you know, away from the player here. See, they don't want anything to do with me. Now, one of the important things about creating an environment with this level of interaction is that you can use it as a tool in the game. So you can see how that becomes quite useful. Now in the game we also have, aside from dinosaurs, a lot of indigenous life. So here you see a bunch of little baboons. How you doing, little guy? Now if I start being mean to the baboons, pretty soon they're going to decide they don't like that. They're going to start attacking me. So here you can see he's all mad at me now. So he'll start attacking me. Now as I move through here, you can see we have a mother dinosaur protecting her baby dinosaur over here. So again, part of the AI in the game is that a dinosaur that would normally not be interested in hurting you, if they're protecting their young, will attack you on sight. And of course I can do this. Down they go. If you look across the way here, you'll see lots of other types of dinosaurs hanging out by the water's edge, doing what they do. If you look in the sky, you'll see parrots in the air, pteranodons in the air flying around. So here we are, a little bit darker area in the game. Now what do I see if I look around here? I see fireflies. I see pteranodons flying in the air. All of these can be shot. I also see other indigenous life in the game, like our chimpanzee, isn't he cute? You can be mean to any of the monkeys you want to in the game. It's up to you. Lots of traps in the jungle. You got to look out for those. Anybody who played the original Turok knows there's a lot of traps in the game. Near miss. Trigger the traps in the environment as well. That's an advantage the player has.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. For example, if I know the position of a trap and I can lure an enemy into it, they're going to take the hit from the trap instead of me. So that becomes very useful in the game.
My name's Glenn Miner. I work at Digital Extremes, and I'm one of the developers of Unreal Championship. We're trying to get to be what is the premier first-person shooter on the Xbox this fall. When Microsoft Xbox goes online, we think everybody is going to be playing Unreal Championship. First thing is, what we've done to make it really good is there are 48 different characters to choose from, and it's very themed. So if you'll see on the screen right now, this is the Nightmare homeworld, and there's 8 different characters to choose from. And we have 5 different homeworlds. So if I can get across to the other side there, this is the alien homeworld. Each homeworld is not only host to a race, but has all the locales for the game are themed to each homeworld. Now we have the automatons, the robots, they have their own like mechanized planet. The Egyptians, a very nice themed homeworld. There's a lot of really nice art on that homeworld there. And the Juggernauts, they're in an ice homeworld. And then the mercenaries. All right, so let's get right on here. All right, the great thing also is that we got 12 guns. There's a richer array of weapons to humiliate and destroy your foes. A lot of your old school favorites from Unreal Tournament you'll see in this game. This is the Goop gun. It's kind of a silly gun, but it's pretty fun. You can see I just got a double kill. I wrecked 2 people at once. This is the pulse gun. The coolest thing about the pulse gun is its alternate fire is this green shaft. Now, Unreal Championship is a very team-oriented game, so some of the weapons you don't always shoot your enemies with. When you have the pulse gun, you can go back to it for a sec. Oh, I got wrecked. The pulse gun, the great thing about it is that you shoot your teammates with it, and while you're touching your teammates with the beam, it actually powers them up, and it's cumulative. So you can actually get 3 or 4 of your teammates together, all powering up one guy, and you can just wreak destruction upon your opponents. Great fun, great fun. There's actually some cool super weapons. I'll see if I can show them to you in another map. There's this one weapon. There's a satellite above some of the maps, and with the weapon, you can tag a spot, and the ion cannon on the satellite will send down this huge beam of energy and make a big explosion. It's very exciting. I'll show you that map in a second. As you can see, it's pretty tight, pretty action-oriented game. And the AI is pretty good. Oh, did you see that guy was flying? He was on fire. Oh, my arm got blown off. Oh my God. Very, very, very satisfying when you actually manage to kill somebody. You know, he's been spanking you for a couple hours. You're way ahead, but you actually finally get him, and you get to cut his arms off or something when you kill him. That's very, very satisfying. This is one of the Egyptian maps. Some of the architecture in this is absolutely stunning. Beautiful particle effects. Absolutely beautiful. And you can see here the water. Check this water out. This is really cool tech. It's kind of rippling. When I run through it, see how it's rippling more? It actually reflects what's happening in the water somewhat. Very, very interesting. Some of the graphics in this game we think are head and shoulders above whatever else you'll see in a first-person shooter these days. This game type is a new game type we've added. You'll get your old school favorites like Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Team Deathmatch. But this one I'm playing right now is called Double Domination. It's a variant on one of the original Domination game modes, and it's quite fun. What happens is there's 2 domination points in the map, and you're playing with your team trying to dominate both points. If you actually manage to control both points for 10 seconds, you get a point, your team gets a point. It gets really frantic though, because when one team has the domination point, they get the second one, a timer will start counting down, and the announcer will be counting down, and you'll have to run frantically to get there before your time runs out.
I'm Dan Vivoli. I'm the VP of Marketing at NVIDIA. So I'm responsible for all of the branding and developer relations and product management here. And we did the graphics processor and the audio processor for Xbox. There's 2 different chips in the box. And the real contribution that we made is with the pixel and vertex shaders that we put in those chips, that allows the games that you see on Xbox to be dramatically different than anything you've ever seen on a console before. So hair looks more like hair, cloth looks like cloth, water looks like water, and that really can change the experience and draw you more in to a much more exciting game. The second big contribution we made to Xbox is the audio. The audio processor in Xbox is the most powerful audio processor you'll find in any game console on the planet. And what's really special about it is not just the fidelity of the audio, but the fact that it does real-time Dolby Digital encoding. What that means is, as you're running through a scene or as you're moving around in a game, the chip in real time calculates the sound that gets sent to each of the 5 speakers in a Dolby Digital setup. And that's unique. No other console has that capability. So you can get not just an immersive video experience or visual experience, but a completely immersive audio experience to go with it. The greatest thing about the console industry is thinking ahead. The beauty is consoles are pretty stable. It'll be another 3 or 4 years before the next generation of consoles comes. And the great thing is, in our world, 3 or 4 years is an eternity. We double the capability of our chips every 6 months. So if you think about what'll be out in the next generation of consoles, it's impossible to imagine the difference in fidelity. You know, if you think things look real and cool today on Xbox, I mean, I guarantee you can't even imagine what difference there's going to be in the next generation of consoles. And we hope to be in several of them.